Get in, nerds. We are playing Victoria 3. I think that in this episode we're going to go after Persia. It's going to cause us a lot of infamy, but I think that's just going to have to be the way it is, because we've currently got a truce with Great Britain for... where is it? For 3 years yet? And our truce with Persia ends in August of next year. So I think that... Jodhpur, interesting. I think that'll be a process. I'm not sure why we're losing GDP, market GDP balance, against. Oh, hold on. Each unit of goods produced in your country contributes to your GDP. Market price value of your national production is reduced by the value of goods used as. I see. All right. So I'm importing, and Britain's not importing. That's why. Because Britain's economy is actually smaller than mine. They're at 27.5 million, and I'm at 33.5 million. But I guess they're getting a bunch from exports or something. And then the prestige balance is what it is. Anyway, I'll have plenty of opportunities to move forward with this stuff. Let's take a look at our diplomacy here, because again, our getting these subjects reduced in autonomy is a big part of this. So it looks like Kandahar might be good to go. Kandahar is currently... relations are amicable, so I'm it's not great where they currently are, but, you know, we'll see how things go. We're still moving towards Tenant Farmers. We've got a huge stall chance, but, you know, here's hoping we can pull things through. We finished building those, the hoodie waddies. You know those things I was building in Kandahar? The dye plantations. Not here, apparently. Here. Yeah, they can't hire anybody. Oh, boy! Perfection. I'm such a good overlord. Conquer state in Persia. Kandahar's going for Kabul. Oh, interesting. You get him, Kandahar. Trade agreement with Austria? Absolutely. I would love that. Let's see. Hold on, we're having an event. Peasantry rebranded, a stall event. A clash of thought has erupted in Ingria. Rural firebrands have criticized the Tenant Farmers laws for supporting a master-servant relationship with the gentry assembly. Feh, we were too much for that, madame. All I'm saying is that if I wanted a woman to take all I work for, chain me to a bed, and call her mistress, I'd rather actually owe her money first. And the nearest bordello is 3 towns away. Oh no, I was thinking of a marriage dowry. Perhaps a revision is in order. Landowner is big mad, minus 5% enactment chance. People will work with what they're worth. Rural folk big mad, minus 5 enactment chance. Or concessions must not avert the revolution, minus 10% enactment chance. 5% of lower stratum pops in Russia become more radical. Well, gosh, that's not great. The gentry assembly are very happy, but the rural folk are totally marginalized. So I'm going to do the second one. It is going to cost us 5% enactment chance, but hopefully that won't be too much of a problem. All right. Available decisions. Oh yeah, I can survey the Suez Isthmus. That's not something I'm going to do right now, but it is something that's kind of on my radar. I've got some influence to play with. I am improving relations with France. We're going to get a trade agreement with them to make the pro-French lobby happy. And we've actually just hit cordial. So now's my chance to do that. Actions. Post-trade agreement. They would accept. Lovely. Wonderful. And lobby opportunity completed. So that's going to make the the anti-British League happier. And that's going to make the Gentry Assembly happier, which I'm pleased about. So let's see. Who else can I improve relations with? Let's improve relations with Serbia. I don't have 150... Something happened with my influence. I could have sworn I had like 400 a second ago, but it is what it is. Let's take a look at our munitions situation. I am trying to protect domestic supplies, so there's no tariffs. We'll sort by goods. I need to get ammunition from somewhere else, friends. Let's get it from America. America's chock full of ammunition. Absolutely tons. Kishi Zhuz is defiant. And I wish they wouldn't. Adopted the strategic desire due to their historical relationship with Russia. Well, sorry you have an historical relationship. Wish you weren't having such a big issue with that, but it is what it is. Well, that's right. There's privatization toggles in these things now. Interesting. I am going to need to play around with that and see kind of how that functions. Now, where are we here? Dissenters break ranks. Another stall event. To outside observers, the Gentry Assembly may appear firmly committed to the idea of tenant farmers, but behind this facade of unity, discord has long festered. Now, a clique of dissenters has finally had enough and have officially broken with their fellow members over the issue of reform. How long have we stood together? How many times have we lent a willing hand your way? Yet our own concerns are left unanswered, our own desires left unmet. If we shall not be heard here, we shall be so elsewhere. I can say splitters, may the devil take them. This weakens the Gentry Assembly and reduces enactment chance by 15%. I can loosen the purse strings, perhaps we can win some of them back. This costs us cash and reduces enactment chance by 10%. Or I can offer them custodianship over a new draft. This gives us plus 10% enactment time, plus 5% enactment chance, and it gives us one setback. I'm going to go with the second one. I can afford the expenses, and losing some enactment chance isn't the end of the world. I don't want to get a setback right now because with an enactment chance that's as low as this, I don't want to necessarily put myself in a situation where I'm having a situation... Ooh, there's a diplomatic play going on between the Ottoman Empire and Egypt. And I can get involved. So, I am definitely in line to help out Egypt. So, what will they offer me? Well, wait, hold on. I'm offering support to Egypt. Oh, in exchange for transferring Tripolitania. No, I don't... Wait, hold on. Liberate Iraq, Bulgaria, Cyprus. Interesting. Can I? Okay, here we go. No, that's transfer Tripolitania. I don't want Tripolitania. I want Moldavia, Wallachia, Serbia. That's what I want. Okay, hold on. I think it might just need to be a conquer state CB here, friends. Dobruja would be 12. Montenegro would be 12. East Aegean. Kars would be 10. I don't want to give myself a bunch of infamy when I'm right about to go after Persia. Alright, I'm going to wait. I'm going to wait until we get into about the middle here and see how things go. And we'll see sort of how life is progressing here. And if no one seems like they're joining, France is looking like it's going to join, is leaning towards Egypt as well. Had a little sound skip there. If it looks like no one's going to join, I might just join in and just to whack at the Ottomans, my perennial foe. France sides with Egypt. All right, beautiful. So if everything goes, if someone else gets involved, I'll probably side with Egypt eventually, but I don't want to side just to draw someone in, because that could be an issue. You know what? We'll do it. They won't give me any war goals, but that's okay. I will support Egypt. Mobilize the armies. As always, I'm going to send a large army and a small army and another small army. And that's all we're going to need for this. You know what? We'll grab this army as well. I don't need anyone in Poland during this war. And we're short on ammunition. That's okay, though. We'll put the Black Sea Fleet in the Black Sea. This notification seems like it's doing well. The Ottoman Empire has scrambled troops. We'll just designate Eastern Thrace as the strategic objective. Not going to do anything specific here. I think Egypt and France can handle those other fronts. So let's see. Taxation is at middle. Oh, another stall event. Gosh. It's only 45%, friends. Public address goes awry. What was meant as a routine speech about the merits of tenant farmers by Sergei Uvarov has quickly devolved into a public relations disaster for the Gentry Assembly. Fumbling his way through a series of poorly presented talking points, Sergei Uvarov's arguments have been viciously and convincingly picked apart by his political opponents. The question on everyone's lips now is merely if this mishap was due to the inherent failings of tenant farmers, or can be chalked down to the political incompetence of the Gentry Assembly. It's the fault of this poorly thought-out proposal, minus 15% enactment chance. Uvarov must take the blame for this. Minus 10% enactment chance, minus 10% strength for the Gentry Assembly. Or scrap the current draft to make a show of a rewrite. One setback plus 10% enactment chance. I'm going to go with this second one. I'm going to go with the first one. That's going to knock us down to 0%. It's going to give us a setback and reset us back to 19%. So I think we're just going to do that. No other consequences from that. Legislative failures. There's the stall. Sponsor a rewrite. Bam. Force comparison's looking pretty solid over here. What's France getting out of this war, I wonder? France is getting a trade agreement. Well, fair enough. And is France sending any troops to this thing? France, are you gonna, like, put any dudes over here, or no? You got your trade agreement? You're just kind of pleased with that? Okay. 2 arms. Not really bringing in as much ammunition as I thought I was going to be able to. You know, usually, when you're bringing ammunition in because of a war, it's people are willing to sell you just as much ammunition as you can live with, but it doesn't seem like that's the case in this case. I'm going to do a little tax hike. We're going to do a little tax hike. We're going to fix our finances, and things are going to be better. I'm going to throw one more consumption tax in there as well. What can we tax that's dysfunctional? Wine is actually very profitable from a taxation perspective. No, there's not really much else. We won't worry about it. All right, 19%. Come on, show me an advance. Show me a good event of some kind. Oh, we're also short on small arms. Well, That's unfortunate. I'm sure Prussia would love to sell us just a barrel full of small arms. Just an absolutely bananas amount of small arms. A comically large number of small arms. Prussia loves that kind of thing. I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure they love it. So we're working on percussion cap. After that, it's rifling. And then after that, we'll get logistics. And we currently have power of the purse spreading to us, which I don't love. But again, we're gonna be doing better. Hey, we got consideration. Excellent. Now just do that twice more in a row. One in 5 and then 1 in 5. 1 in 25 chance. It could happen. It could happen. Let me see. We're just about finishing out some iron mines, and then we're going to build some more universities. I think maybe a few more construction sectors wouldn't go amiss. But iron is still very expensive in the customs union, so we'll leave it where it is for now. Again, if I could afford to take a break to research... Well, we're getting mechanical tools. Here's hoping Atmo Pump Engine comes next, because that would be something really useful. This unlocks the steel tools for workshops. And if I could get some steel mills going... I've already got the steelworking tech. Do I have any steel mills producing steel right now? I do not. How many would I need? So steel tools cost 20 steel per level. We got 220 levels. The baseline steel mill produces 65 steel. So I'd need to build 4 steel mills once I've got mechanical tools spread to me in order to be able to have as much steel as I need to stop using iron for my steel tools. Because right now my tooling industries use 220 iron each. 4 steel mills would use only 160 steel, which is a lot less. Or 160 iron to produce 65 steel, which is a lot less. So that'll be more efficient for me overall. In any case, after that, we're going to get the... once we got logistics research, we'll get the war in the Caucasus started. The duel. Alexander Barclay de Tolly has challenged Nikolai Muravkov-Karsky to a duel to the death. The aura surrounding the two figures is like something out of a romantic novel. Nikolai Muravyov-Karsky smiles. He's been rehearsing this moment before falling asleep. Alexander Barclay de Tolly, you are a friendless bastard. Your insults cannot go unanswered. Pick a weapon of choice, and we shall meet tomorrow. Let me see, you're a rear admiral. You're an army leader. Let me see, which army are you with right now? Does it say? Nikolai Muravyov-Karsky. So we're going to do a sneaky little thing here. Not this one. Nope. Nope. This guy? Nope. This guy? Nope. 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 Here we go. I'm going to put another general in charge of this army. We'll grab this guy. He's wounded, but he's also a pillager and he's cautious. It could be good. And, alright. Now we can risk that guy dying without losing organization. Let them fight! Barclay de Tolly died instead. Wonderful. So, let's see. Means this fleet needs a new commander. This guy aligns with the Gentry Assembly. He's perfect. Give him a promotion. Let's hope he doesn't get shot at by an army commander who should be in the middle of fighting a battle here. By the way, BTW, he should be fighting this battle. But instead, he's shooting at Navy commanders. Like a fool. Like an absolute ponce. By the way, why don't you go to the Black Sea and, you know, make sure that things are hunky-dory over there. We are experiencing victory in the war place. Obviously, things are going weird over here. Hey, France, do you want to, like, help with this thing? France, you want to participate in one of the wars in which you're fighting? Maybe? Okay. Backroom dealings exposed. Another stall event. Prominent members of the Gentry Assembly, outspoken members of supporters of Tenant Farmers, and close allies of Sergei Uvarov have been exposed in a corruption scandal, having exchanged political favors for personal gifts. One aid was all it took. One boy squeezing acting from his face in the right place at the right time to overhear the howling laughter, smell the rich tobacco blend, and spot Sergei Uvarov's new golden cufflinks. One honest fellow's word to the right ears, and it was all uncovered. So, such is the nature of politics, minus 15% enactment chance, and he gets big unpopular. Throw them to the wolves who must clean up this mess. Oh, this costs us bureaucracy. But it's less of a reduction in enactment chance. Or we can derive some benefit from participating ourselves. This gives us one setback and reduces enactment time. But I'm not going to take a setback just for some enactment time. So we'll do the second one. Okay, we're still good from a bureaucracy perspective. I don't need to worry about that too much. Some of my previous bureaucracy penalties should be decaying moderately soon at this point. This one, 21 months. It's not great, but, you know. Looks like Ottoman Empire is losing this war. They do have war support protection because they still hold Ankara and Ottoman Adana, but we can get those back, or we can go to the capital. Force comparison here on our front is really, really solid, so I'm feeling confident about our ability to win. Does Egypt have war support protection? It does, because the Ottoman Empire doesn't hold Syria, Adana, and Aleppo, although it could easily get them, because they're all pretty close by here. We're going to have to take all of Kars, I think, before we can go. Oh, France is over here. France, why don't you go on the main fronts here? I'm going to put an army on the main front, because, gosh, Shaggy, does it really feel like this front is the secondary front, and that front's the main one? Oh, I think we got... No? Am I wrong? Yeah, France is just not really lifting a finger here, and it's making me feel a little salty, but it is what it is. Maybe we'll put 2 armies on those fronts. Circassia and the Caucasian Imamate are investing in each other, and I don't like it. That's okay, though. Shouldn't be too big of a deal. Come on, 10%. You can do it, Tenant Farmers. 1 in 100 chance. 2 successes, right in a row. We got this. You got this. You can do it, Gentry Assembly. You can reduce your own power. How are things looking? Because again, Kishi Zhuz is almost there. Bureaucratic imbroglio. Great! Lawmakers working towards the enactment of tenant farmers have found themselves mired in a particularly complex set of bureaucratic proceedings, grinding the work towards reform to a near halt. The fully developed bureaucratic apparatus compares with other organizations exactly as does the machine with the non-mechanical modes of production. That is to say, the teeth of its individual gears meet in accord, or its gears will gnash and grind and churn until it eventually breaks. I can say, damn this labyrinthine legal system, reduces enactment chance by 10% and increases enactment time by 20%, or I can cut through at least some of the red type. This is another bureaucracy debuff, and it makes bureaucrats mad, but I gotta do it. We're at negative 34, but that's not that big of a deal. We can definitely live with that. We've got some bureaucracy in the construction queue right now, which we'll start working on once we've built our big old university in Yaroslavl. Have I unlocked the new production method for universities? Not yet. I've at least got empiricism spreading to me, right? Empiricism is spreading to me. Oh, it's dialectics. Dialectics that gets us philosophy departments. Well, they're not going to have a philosophy department, friends. It's a tragedy. Philosophy departments, they turn paper into innovation. In Victoria 3, I am very smart. Alright, so now that this front is better handled, this war should be able to do what we want to do. Oh, we got another defections event. I'm going to do the same thing I've been doing, tightening security on the region. I can't live with the armed forces being salty with me right now, so I'm just going to have to do this the way it is. I'm completely goofing up I'm not even sure what region it was, but it's bad. It's bad, friends. All right. So, Kishi Zhuz. I can decrease autonomy soon. Soon. We're getting there. We're getting there. Winning our war with the Ottomans, feeling pretty confident about that. And we've got a strong force comparison in the south as well at this point. So I'm actually feeling pretty good. I'm feeling like we can definitely achieve all the necessary objectives. Maybe link up the fronts and get what we want. They're still going to make us fight down the rest of the way, but once we've got Ankara, it'll be a good time. We've got most of Dobruja occupied. We've got chunks of Ankara occupied at this point. And we seem to be pushing into Diyarbakir, which we should be pushing into Adana more, but that is what it is. I think if we get Ankara, the fronts will realign and they might lose Ottoman occupation of Ankara. No, because the front is along here. They'll keep Ankara, or they'll keep Adana. But hopefully it won't be too big of a setback. For us, at least. And stall. Alright, so that's going to put us in another legislative failure. But it's okay. It's okay. We'll be back up to 19% and ready to go. Despite many efforts on the part of the government to successfully revive Tenant Farmers from its present imbroglio, the law has become regarded as nothing but an inevitable failure. That bill? Please don't talk to me about it. I would say it's better to just pretend it never happened, don't you agree? Certainly, but that won't stop that fool from asking about it every day. We must sponsor a complete rewrite of the bill. So we're back up to 20%. Come on, we can do it. 1 in 25 chance. Let's go. Alright, so we've got some armies kind of going wherever now. Some armies getting error handled. We've still got some armies on their way to visit a location. I'm going to put you over here. And we'll just take a bunch of Ottoman territory over here. Okay, so we did get a hold of Adana at this point. So I feel extremely confident that we're going to have complete occupation of the Ottoman Empire pretty presently. They are currently losing war support, so this war should end itself out pretty soon. Yeah. Oh, interesting. Clout of lobbies impacts war support. That's a really interesting mechanic. I'm quite curious about that, actually. Anyway, they do not have war support protection at the moment, so this war is basically over. Egyptian side is hardly losing any war support per week. So I'm feeling pretty good. And after that, we'll go after Persia. After that, we'll go after Persia. It's going to give us a barrel full of infamy, but that's okay. We're going to have a truce with Great Britain. We're going to have a truce with... Does Persia have any... It does not. It does not have any defensive pacts or anything like that. So if we subjugate Persia, that'll be just fine. Kishi Zhuz, we should be able to decrease autonomy of at this point. So let's go ahead and do it. Perfect. So that's going to make them a dominion. And let's see how that's impacted. Kandahar is nearly 100% liberty desire. We might need to yield to them. Finland is holding at moderate. Kishi Zhuz is now high. Wily Zhuz is still low. But I think we might be able to get there. If we exempt these from service... That might be good for us. We could reduce subject payments. Let me see. How much cash are we actually getting from these diplomatic pacts? Virtually none. Listen. Oop. Law debate success. That's fun. Excuse me. What is going on here? Kandahar is going after... Maimana. Where are you? You're over here. And Persia has asked to join. Okay. So we can get this way, which is what we wanted to do initially. So we'll go ahead and do it. We're going to do this. This is going to help out our ally. It's going to make Persia fight a two-front war. I think we can make this happen. And this is from Mayamano, which no one cares about. Yeah, we'll do it. We'll do it. We'll get right in there. We'll get deep in there. Kandahar sides with Russia. Beautiful. So I'm going to get our main army over here. Over here. And I'm going to get one of our secondary armies on this side front over here. Over here. And the Ottoman War is going to sort itself out in, I think, really, really good order. And... oh, excellent. As the bloc leader of the Rossiyskaya Imperia, you have gained a new mandate. So that's wonderful. Ottoman Empire is embargoing us. That's not a shocker. I think we can live with an embargo from the Ottoman Empire at this stage. Let's get the 2nd Army Corps over here to the Persian front. And we'll go ahead and assign Iraqi Kajani as the strategic objective. We're currently infamous. It's a real bad time, but that's okay. Let's take a look at what we can do with our power block. So, if we upgrade vassalization, hold on, one available mandate. So that's just upgrade, switch or enact new principles, power blocks gain, having power block members and high cohesion value. Up to 3 mandates can be. Alright, so we can, under vassalization, we can upgrade that to level 2. 25% income transfer from subjects. I'm not really worried about that. Allow enacting decrees on subject states. Don't really need that. And then the other one we got is defensive cooperation. Defensive cooperation 2 cannot start or join wars amongst power block members. Minus 50% sway maneuver cost for the diplomatic play target. I don't think I need that necessarily. So let's see what our other options are. Actually, let me kick off this war first, and then I'll worry about my my situation over here. I think Persia and France can really handle this this war against the Ottomans. It's basically done at this point. Caucasian supply convoy raided. A convoy dispatched to provide needed ammunition and supplies to our forces in Kuban has been ambushed by the forces of Circassia. In the struggle, much of its cargo was lost. By the time the relief forces arrived, the bodies had already begun to rot, men and horses entangled where they had fallen, their belongings stripped and carried away by enterprising hands. As they lay there, the highway has not been I'm just going to rewrite this line. As they lay there, the highway was not a territory of Russia nor of any man at all, for its subjects were maggots, and its sovereign the lord of the flies. Seize local resources from locals to make up the deficit, or hold fast and wait for a better protected convoy. I think I'm going to do the second one. I don't want to add devastation if I could avoid it. Anyway, subjects of mine. Kishi Zhuz. I'm going to reduce payments. It's functionally nothing anyway. Orta Zhuz, same thing. This is going to get their liberty desire going down faster, which is what I want. Alright, force comparison's looking good here over here on the Persian front. We've got a good force comparison here on the Ottoman front. I don't think Ottoman Empire can reasonably... we'll leave this army here until that sorts itself out, because I don't want to mess around with that. I don't want to mess up a good thing. Low maximum organization for the Baltic fleet. Can't do anything about that right now because I don't have the construction capacity. Come on, 30%. You can do it, tenant farmers. You can do it. What if I brought the church into this thing? No, that would... Into the government, that is. I don't know. I'm gun-shy about that. Looks like nobody's intervening. And infamy's going down, so I'm feeling pretty pleased overall. Beautiful. And now the 5th Army Corps is on its way to Persia. This is perfect. Oh, I'm so pleased. I'm so pleased. I'm going to get... Well, let's not count our chickens here, chat. We'll let this go. And we will... I'll probably call it as soon as this diplomatic play kicks off, and then at the beginning of the next episode, we'll talk about that whole business with increasing the... with adding a mandate to our power block, because I need to read up on that stuff. Stalled. Gosh darn it. Stall chance. Oh, stall chance is 65%. Oh, it's real bad, chat. It's real bad. Anyway, I need to read up on that stuff anyway, so it's going to be a little bit difficult to begin with. Standard of living's gone down a bit. We got a lot more radicals. I'm sure it'll go back up once the war is over. I definitely won't continue to be in wars of aggression. Fronts are looking only okay. But once we've got Persia as a protectorate, life is going to be just fine and dandy. There's the war. So, we'll get started with the war next time. We've had one war against the Ottoman Empire, and we're still bashing away at tenant farmers. Might have a swing and a hit, might have a swing and a miss. It's all going to come down to the wire. It might just flare out. We'll see. But we'll have to wait till next time to find out. For now, I've had fun. I hope you all have had fun, and I'll see you on the other side.